Hey, so I forgot to film an intro, but basically this is just a little sort of chatty video of me getting ready and kind of showing you what I do. Let me know what you think in the comments below and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get on to the video. Okay, so because I'm going to be obviously wearing this all night, I'm going to start with my Laura Mercier foundation primer. I'm sorry if I'm like squinting, I'm literally blinded by my light right now. So I haven't used this in ages, so I don't really know, if it works that well, but we'll give it a go because it smells really nice. It feels really nice as well. Okay, so I'm gonna spray a little bit of Fix Splash. Ugh, I can't speak. I'm gonna spray a little bit of MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. So I want my skin to be quite dewy. Ooh. So I think this foundation's a little bit light for me. Pop that all over and then mix a tiny bit of a dark foundation. And I just buff that all the way over the skin, just because I find that gives sort of the most coverage. Because I want quite a lot of coverage this evening. You can probably hear Mariah in the background. Who doesn't love a bit of Mariah? But yeah, I thought I would chat through this makeup video or tutorial. I mean, even though I'm like sort of getting ready, I wanted to film it and chat just because I thought I don't like usually, or I haven't in the past, spoke much in videos, just because I thought, I don't know, I kind of like seemed really boring. But then I found doing voiceovers, they're a little bit like bland because you don't actually really like get to see like my personality and shit like that. So as always, I'm going in with my MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour extended eye base. I literally swear by this. Like, it literally keeps your eyeshadows on all day or all evening. I know this is gross, but I've actually fallen asleep after a night out with my eye makeup on, and no joke, my eye makeup was literally still on. Like, it was still blended, it was still doing its thing. To the top. Sorry, I thought I wasn't recording. Okay, so after that, what I like to do is just set it in place with a little bit of face powder, just any old powder. I think this is Rimmel Stay Matte. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for like, well, what I've been doing quite a lot recently is like a warm, like orangey brown smoky eye. So I start with sort of an orangey shade. And I just buff that all the way through the crease with a big fluffy brush. So when I filmed a video last, I watched Pretty Little Liars, and that was a bad move because literally through the whole video I was like this. Like, I just wasn't paying attention, so I thought probably not best I watch that again whilst doing a video basically. Just because it's too intense, I can't cope. So you can see, using more of like a denser, is that a word? More of a dense brush, it just intensifies the colour that little bit more. And by using sort of like lighter to darker shades, it just helps your darker eyeshadows blend so much easier. It looks so much more seamless. So I'm just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I'm just going in with a deeper sort of brown. Just buffing that in exactly the same place. And then buff in circular motions all the way around and over those edges, just so you can get rid of any harsh lines. So you can see, just going in circular motions just over the edges, because we want it to be sort of really smoky, really like blown out. So it's sort of important to, wherever you want the most like intensity of colour, start or put your brush there first and then blend it out. That way you've got, like I said, the intensity where you want it, and then you can blend around the edges where you want it to be most faded. So what I do, I go back in with my lighter colour, so the orange colour, and I actually go over that darker shade. That way it sort of gets rid of any like harsh lines, and it creates a really like hazy effect. Teamwork. So with that same orange shade, I'm just buffing that right underneath the eye. Looks a bit crazy at the moment, but I like to go sort of quite low with this. You know, it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's up to you. Because I go quite low, I do really buff it out so it's quite faded and really hazy, almost like a halo around the eye. So I sort of use the side of the pencil brush right underneath, and what that does, it just really fades out the edge. If you do comment, let me know if you do prefer sort of more like chatty videos where I'm talking you through it, or if you prefer voiceovers. I have found that chatting, I actually can go in more depth about what I'm doing. Because when I do voiceovers, even though they're probably like a shorter length video, I do find I have to like rush like what I'm saying, so it's not really not really in depth. So I find that it just seems really rushed, just because I like to make my videos quite short, just because I feel like I don't want people to get like bored or whatever. So I try to cut it down as much as possible. So it does depend on, you know, your preference, but these chatty videos, they will be, you know, a little bit longer. But I can, you know, really chat to you about what I'm doing, or not even about, you know, makeup or whatever. You can get to know me a little bit better. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Now that we have sort of the orange underneath the eye, we can do the same and go in with our darker brown. And I'm going to use sort of my favourite sort of brush to really like intensify the bottom lash line is the 212 brush by MAC. It's sort of a flat squared off shader brush, I think, but you can really get it in sort of in the lashes, and then you can like buff it out. That way you can really intensify it first. And again, like the top lash line, it's just going to create that hazy, smoky effect, because you've got it from going dark to light. Okay, so I'm just going to do my eyebrows. So I start off by just brushing them through. Also, if you look at my old videos, how thin are my eyebrows? Well, yeah, like not my last one before that. Damn! They are so thin. Well, thin compared to these. And they're so defined as well compared to how I have them now. And then I just set them in place with this Maybelline Brow Drama in medium brown. I just got this recently and I really like it. It was recommended by my best friend Alicia. If you're watching, hey yeah, thanks. So I'm looking a little bit shiny, so I'm just going to go in with that same powder as before, just the Rimmel Stay Matte one. Then I'm just going to bronze up my face slightly with, I'm actually using a Prolongwear powder by MAC in Dark Plus, just because it's a nice sort of cool brown. Just buff that through the cheek area and sort of through the hairline. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the eyes now. So on the lid, the first eyeshadow I'm using is called Antiqued by MAC. And it's just sort of a really rich dark brown. And the best sort of brush I like to apply this with is a sort of short, flat shader brush. This is the, what is this? The 242 by MAC. That way you can really pack on the colour. You won't get much fallout either because it is so thin. And you can really work that into the lid area. And also another trick is to sort of pull your eye taut slightly and just move your brush back and forth, keeping it on the lid area. And that way you'll get it sort of looking quite metallic looking. And then on the bottom lashes, so what I do is I like really wiggle it into the lash line and then pull out. That way you sort of get the most volume at the lash line. So my camera just cut out, but all I'd done was applied a little bit of MAC Subculture. It's really similar to your natural lip shade, just to make them a little bit fuller. Then Tumble Dry lipstick from MAC, from the Wash and Dry collection. How gorgeous is this packaging though, damn. And then I'm just going to pop on a little bit of Please Me lip gloss by MAC. I've got concealer all over my hands. Real. Then I'm just going to pop on a little bit of Please Me lip gloss. I think it's Please Me. Yeah, Please Me lip gloss by MAC. Okay, so that is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed me sort of chatting a little bit more. Let me know in the comments below. Also subscribe if you haven't already. If you are new here, give this video a thumbs up. I can't remember if I said that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and it helped you out as well. And I'll probably see you in my next video. Alright, bye!